Welcome to day 3. As we said before, we're going to go over some PowerPoint tips and different things you can do with PowerPoint to customize and make your service that much better. We're also going to go over today BibleGateway.com. BibleGateway.com is going to help us out immensely and save a ton of time for us when we're dealing with Bible verses and we need to add Bible verses to our services or to our messages. So this is going to be a nice tool that's going to save us a lot of time. We can also use this on our final class project to help us out, save a little time there as well. So let's get started. We talked a little bit about this yesterday. We were talking about the slide itself, how we can change the colors, and we can put pictures in it and adapt it how we want it for our service. Here we're going to show you how to change the layout. PowerPoint has some stock layouts that we have here. You can see the 9 of them. But even if you don't like all of these, there's that blank one that we have that you can customize exactly how you want it. There's 2 ways to get to this point in the program. You can add a new slide, and if you push the down arrow key on the Insert New Slide or Add New Slide button, you'll get the same center picture here with these 9 office themes. If you don't and you just hit it and a screen pops up and maybe it's not the slide or layout you want, if you right-click outside of those boxes, to the right or to the left or down below or up above the boxes, right-click, you'll get this same box here that says Paste Options, Rulers, Grids and Guides, Layout. When you click Layout, this box will appear. It's right up from that one that we did yesterday where we changed the background or format color. So we have these options. You have the different ones here. This particular one up top is the Title and Content one. You can put a title and then add contents or bullet points. You have the different ones down there. Now the one that says To Content, Comparison, or Content with Caption, you'll see inside 2 of those boxes or one of those boxes that it looks like there's a little colored area there. Those are 6 different options that you have on inserting things, and when you insert them, they'll fill up just the size of that box. When you insert a picture or clip art, it might take up most of the slide or a part of the slide and just not be where you want it to be. So if you happen to click it in one of these, it'll only fill up that box size. And those options inside are clip art that you can add. There's thousands of them in there. We're going to go over that next. Pictures that you might have on files, upload things, audio files and video files and so forth. So you can add them in there. When you click on them, again, you'll be able to pull that file or clip art up and it'll just fill that box there. So that's a nice benefit, so we can adjust things the way we want to see them. The next thing is clip art. We want to spruce our slides up. We always don't want to have a boring old white slide and just words. We like pictures. So we can add pictures, slides, and so forth. One of the ways we can do that is with clip art. If you go to the Insert tab on the top and click that, and then click, you'll see the menu that we have up top now. You'll see add pictures, where if you actually take digital pictures, you can insert them, and it's nothing more than finding them, just like we would go into any product and go and search through your hard drive to where you have pictures and stuff. Go to that location, find that file, double click on it, and bam, there it is. We're going to go over clip art today. If you click the click art tab, you'll see that column to the right, and what you simply do is just put in a word for some type of picture that you want to see. In this case, we threw crosses in there. We have a like a first aid type cross there. We have the traditional cross. We have the different crosses with different colors, styles in there. And if I scroll down, there will be even more of them. They have the Methodist cross and a bunch of other denominational type style crosses as well. So they have a ton of different things. Like I said, thousands of these clip arts. You punch in the name or the topic you want, and they'll be up. One of the caveats you do need to be concerned with is normally to get the most out of PowerPoint's clip art, you have to be connected to the internet, and that way you'll get a better selection of products or a better selection of pictures. Also, if you look at the center of the screen, you can see those little colored boxes I was talking about in the prior slide. The bottom left is the picture, the one in the center bottom is clip art, and the one on the right is movies or video. The ones at the top, you can insert a bar graph, a table, or an Excel spreadsheet or part of one. So there are the other options we were talking about, the layout slides. But clip arts, have fun with them. We can move them. We'll talk about that later, how we can move them. It's really cool to spice it up. Remember, you want to have, it's like anything else, you want to balance. Having some pictures, but not too many, but not have too little. So play with it, enjoy it. Try to figure out what works for you and your church the best. Alright, now we're going to get to a new resource or tool that you're going to use that is really versatile. It's going to save you a ton of time. And if you're not a good typer or anything like that, this is going to help you out even more. This is what we call BibleGateway.com. When you go to the site, this is what it's going to look like. You might have a pop-up box, but relax. I don't know that I've gotten any spam or anything from it. But they asked you questions, how can we improve our service, different things that they offer. But you get to the thing and you go up to the top where it says enter keyword, passage, or topic. Do exactly that. If you have a specific Bible verse or verses you want to look up, type it in. For example, if you wanted Genesis chapter 1 verses 10 to 15, type that in there. Genesis 1:10-15. From 10 to 15 will appear in the box next. So it's kind of neat. You can do a range of verses as well as just one specific verse. You can also throw a topic in there. Doing a verse sermon this week, tomorrow actually, and it's about spiritual awakening. And I put in spirit, and it found all the places in the Bible where there was the word spirit. It's really cool because it makes it easier to do a search engine of the Bible to try to find stuff that you want for different events and different uses. So it's really, really versatile. The other neat thing about it being versatile and flexible is if you look to the right, it says New International Version. Now, this works for us. Our church uses New International Version predominantly, but not every church does. If you click on the down arrow, it will actually give you different versions of the Bible. King James, New International Version, and so forth. So if you don't use this version, that's fine. Pick one that you use, and there you go. Click it and it'll change it. This also comes in handy if you have that version at home, but they have a different version at church, or the person speaking that week has a different version. You can match it so it's a little bit closer. Just remember, with every version, when they're copyrighted or changed or updated, sometimes there could be a word difference. So don't get hung up and expect every single word every single time to be exact. It won't be. But it's so minuscule you rarely notice it. But we've been using this for years, and it works really, really well. The other neat thing, if you look up top, it says Bible and Study. There's Bible studies, there's commentaries, and a bunch of other resources within this website. They're really nice. They also have footnotes that we'll see in a little bit that'll help you out to explain the Bible a little bit. Now, some of the commentaries do cost. Some of the footnotes don't cost it. Just look them up. But again, it's like anything else. You'd have to enter your credit card and all that stuff to if you're going to get in the pay stuff. So don't fret about that. You'll see what's free and what isn't, like any other site. Put in a common one, the 23rd Psalm, and you see how it appears up there. The nice thing too, it says the Psalm of David. It has those titles in there, so it can kind of explain to us and help us out what part of the Bible we're looking at, what story this might be from. So that's a benefit to us. And also, when you look at the bottom, you have the footnotes. Again, you can look up and get a little bit more information. We're going to touch on real quick here, but we're going to deal with it more on Friday when we do projection and copyright. The copywriting laws out there. We need to make sure we're not breaking them. When I first started making websites, I wasn't too aware of that, and after the person that showed me how to do them, I was all excited because I did one. Said, "Yo, come check this website out." So I showed them, and like, "Oh wow, this is really nice. You did a really nice job. Where'd you get all these pictures from?" "Oh, I found them on this site, and this site, and this site, and this site." "Oh, well, how'd you get them here?" I said, "Oh, I just cut and paste them." You can't do that. You do need to ask permission. In this case, for this particular one, cutting and pasting that bottom part, the copyright, giving them credit for it. If you look into it, last time I was in there, it had specifically said if you're using it for a church service, nonprofit, you want to use this, just make sure that you give the the credit and the copyright to Holy Bible International, New International Version, so forth. So you have that there. Again, we're going to talk about this a little bit more Friday, but I wanted to give it an inkling since it was right there so you could actually see what I was talking about and how you can even grab it right off of the website itself. All right, that's going to wrap us up for today. Once you go to the discussion board, explain how this can or can't help you with what you're going to do and other options, not just the church service, other things you can use it for, and how it will benefit you. Comment on 2 other students' posts, and we will see you again tomorrow.